Session 6, Part 2, fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Partnerships with EdTech firms help students dash their skills and become dash to the ecosystem. You have options like hone and relevant, model and master, polish and controlling, love and bigger, categorize and cogs. So which two words can get into the two blank spaces in this sentence? In the context of this sentence, hone or polish can fit the first blank, and this eliminates option B and D and E. Further, as refining the skills would help the students become a better and more significant part of the work ecosystem, relevant is the most appropriate choice for the second blank. Thus, option C gets eliminated as well. So the right option would be hone and relevant. Partnerships with EdTech firms help students hone their skills and become relevant to the ecosystem. So that is how the statement will be. Now let us move to question number 2. The goods and services tax creates dash trials across the income and production chain and is driving dash of the economy and better measures of MSME value addition and cash flow. You have options as far as A is concerned: assessment and securitization, option B audit and formalization, option C withering and work, and option D inspection and denizens, and option E broad and stages. So if you see the statement, the words goods and services tax before the first blank indicates that word describes the type of trials that the GST has helped to create. In the context of the sentence, the words which are suitable for the first blank are assessment, audit and inspection. Hence, option C and E are eliminated. The second blank refers to the impact of GST on the economy. The only word that makes the sentence meaningfully correct is formalization, which means given a definite structure of shape, the words securitization and denizens are irrelevant to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and D as well. So option E is the correct answer, that is audit and formalization. The goods and services tax creates audit trial across the income and production chain and is driving formalization of the economy and better measures of the MSME value addition and cash flow. So that should be the statement. Now let us move to question number 3. The bank holding company structure dash by the PJ Nayak committee among others involves dash the government's shareholding to below 52% and routing it through a holding company. So here have options: suggested and investing, recommended and diverting, forwarded and controlling, donated and pursuing, discarded and eliminating. So from the given options, which two options can fit into the spaces? From the given sentence, we can infer that the bank holding company was given by the Nayak committee along with others. In the context of the sentence, the words that are suitable for the first blank are suggested, recommended and forwarded. Hence, option D and E are eliminated. The clue to the second blank lies in the formation that the government shareholding must be brought down to below 52%. The only word that aptly conveys this meaning is divesting, that is reducing the investment in the company. Investing or controlling does not indicate this meaning, and this eliminates option A and C as well. So option B is the correct answer, that is recommended and divesting. So the statement would be: the bank holding company structure recommended by the PJ Nayak committee among others involve divesting the government shareholding to below 52% and routing it through a holding company. Now let us move to question number 4. The government must focus on water dash protection of water bodies, bumping up distribution networks, and make rainwater dash a mandatory feature in new housing. You have options: preservation and harboring, fermentation and issuing, conservation and harvesting, management and humoring, and existence as well as queuing. So the word protection after the first blank indicates that the word in the blank would have a similar meaning in the context of the sentence. The words which are suitable for the blank are preservation, conservation, and management. Hence, option B, E, and E are eliminated. The word rainwater before the second blank indicates that the word is a feature related to rainwater. The only word that makes a sentence meaningfully correct is harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a technique of collection and storage of rainwater into natural reservoirs or tanks, or the infiltration of surface water into subsurface aquifers before it is lost as surface runoff. The words harboring and humoring are irrelevant to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and D as well. Hence, option C will be the correct answer. That is conservation and harvesting. So, the sentence will be: the government must focus on water conservation, protection of water bodies, bumping up distribution networks, and make rainwater harvesting a mandatory feature in new housing. Question number 5. Having dashed this victory, New Delhi must now chart the future course of its dash with Pakistan. So you have options: secured and relations, lost and promotions, fortified and facilities, expressed and viewership, and enhanced and brotherhood. In the context of the sentence, secured or fortified can fit the first blank, and this eliminates option B, D, and E. Further, as the aforementioned victory has already been taken care of, New Delhi has to decide on the type of future association with Pakistan. Hence, relations is the most appropriate choice for the second blank. Thus, option C gets eliminated as well. Option A is hence the correct answer. That is secured and relations. Having secured this victory, New Delhi must now chart the future course of its relations with Pakistan, which will be the right statement. Now, let us move to question number 6. The need is to dash housing stock to a level where people do not have to spend a large slice of their income on rent, and to have sensible rent laws that foster a market for rented accommodation rather than hoarding of empty houses by owners fearful of losing possession of their investment to permanent dash. You have options: augment and shareholders, explain and builders, expand and companies, boost and tenants, and make and promoters. If you look at the sentence refers to increasing the housing units so that people do not have to spend a large slice of their income on rent. In the context of the sentence, the words which are suitable for the first blank are augment and expand and boost. Hence, options B and E are eliminated. The owners, that is, landlords of empty houses, are fearful that permanent renters would not vacate the houses. The only word that makes a sentence meaningfully correct is tenants, which means persons who occupy land or property rented from a landlord. The words shareholders and companies are irrelevant to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and C as well. Hence, option D will be the right choice, that is boost and tenants. So the sentence will go like this: The need to boost housing stock to a level where people do not have to spend a large slice of their income on rent and to have sensible rent laws that foster a market for rented accommodation rather than hoarding of empty houses by owners fearful of losing possession of the investment to permanent tenants.